Hi everybody, it's Tim. It is October. It is starting to get cold here. We're still having warm days, but the nights are getting cold and we're getting pretty close to freezing on a couple nights this week. So I have been bringing everything basically up to the house and the driveway, which you're going to see the process. Been digging out a lot of stuff. I've had a little bit of help because it's pretty daunting when you have this many plants. So I am working on all of that. And then also the biggest thing is getting all the palm tree structures in place and making sure I have everything. And I'm rebuilding a lot this year, so it's a big process. I have a friend helping me. It's a lot of work. So this is probably gonna be more than just this video. This is probably gonna be part one. I'm trying to figure it out. We'll see how much. I've got a lot of stuff that I've already videoed already. I got to go through and see and put on here. But that is my goal, to show you what is going on here in New York in October with a lot of tropical plants. So follow me through this little journey of when it all kind of started back at the end of September. So this is when I start to think I'm really crazy, because I have to dig up all of these difficult plants, and some of them are quite sharp, like this agave americana. But luckily there's some babies on it, so I can always start some new plants, so I have more to dig up next time. But these are pretty prolific. They do produce a lot, as you can see here, and as long as you get the roots and kind of pull it away, you will get a bunch of new plants, which is always fun to have. And this spring, I think I'm gonna have a big tropical plant sale, because as you will see in this video, I have way too many tropicals I have to pull in. I think with my big agaves next year, I'm going to build a new area down below the pool and put them in. As you can see, this is just way too big. We're carrying it up here. One of my friends is helping me, and it's too big to bring inside after this year. So starting next year, that's a blue tequila agave, and my agaves big ones are going to stay outside. I'm going to build an enclosure for them, and so I can winterize them. But this year, putting in pots, digging them all up here, it's such a process. And I have a lot of agaves because they're really pretty. But I put everything up on the little lawn by the Chilean wine palm. Here's some of the yuccas that need to come inside, and they were in the ground, so I dig them up. These were all cut off from this large one last year, and they all rooted, which is great. So, but these will probably be for sale in my tropical plant sale, which is going to be a big bargain for everyone, because I just need to get rid of, I've got too much stuff. And as you can see up here on my deck, I have all my baby palms. And sometimes I have so much stuff up here, I kind of forget that the view is really beautiful of the Hudson River up here. But I have to figure out where I'm putting all these baby palms. And I don't know if I'm going to put them in the garage. They may go upstairs somewhere because I like to baby them. So anyway, speaking of the garage, this is some of my palm tree structures on top of my indoor koi pond. So I have to get those out, fill up the koi area, and I've got to move a lot of these Christmas lights and things upstairs so I can test them all, making sure they're ready for the palm trees. That's always a big chore because the lights go out and I have to make sure they work. And there's C9s, Christmas lights, incandescent. That's what gives the heat. But yes, my whole garage right now is filled with palm tree structures. So I have to pull these out, figure out what works. You can see that says olive on it because those go around my olive trees. But all of this insulation board is what I use because I have too many palms. You may have noticed that in my videos, but you have to have a place to store all this stuff. And those are all my grow lights above, because once this is all out and all these structures are out of the garage, then I start moving all the plants into the garage area. And luckily, hopefully I will still have room for one car. But back here you can see I'm putting soil. There's some citrus and a jade plant. All of these things get dug up that can't be wintered outside. The big palms all get wintered outside, but this all I like to pull up a lot of the elephant ears that are really, really large and put them in pots so that in the spring I get immediate tropical look rather than having to wait for the elephant ears to grow, although they grow really fast. But if you get them in pots and put them inside with a little light, they don't love it, but they'll make it through the winter, and then they come back really, really fast in the spring. And that's what's nice about some of these big ones that I have. And all my gingers, I love my tropical gingers. I have hardy gingers in the ground, and they're flowering right now, and they stay out, but I love the hardy ones. So here I've cleared out some of the stuff in here, getting there. And out here by my shed are some of my Trachycarpus structures, which look very different from the wood structures I use for my tropical palms. I kind of separate those out because the Trachycarpus, the windmill palms, really don't even get covered until the end of November or December. But yes, here you can see my driveway is now full of tropicals, bird of paradise, citrus, agaves, trumpet flowers, or brugmansias. So you can see everything out there. So luckily I have a nice big space to hold all this stuff that needs to go into the garage. So that is probably going to happen this weekend, the weekend of October 12th. I'm going to try to get them in because we do have some low temperatures next week that are on the verge of frost. And if I can get them inside this weekend, that makes me feel a little bit better. This year I'm a little ahead of schedule, I think, thanks to having some help. And you can see in here, I finally got most of the stuff out. So it's getting ready to be filled with plants. I've got some organizations to do and put some more burnt out lights in. There's some of my structures I'm rebuilding. I've got a few foam boards still in here. Koi pond needs to be filled up and ready, and all the space will be filled with plants soon. And koi. I always like having the koi inside in the winter because I can check on them and feed them. And I have a few miscellaneous boards. I still have a lot of structures to build because some of my palms grew so much. Here in New York, we had a great summer. It was really hot, it was really warm, and the palm trees really responded by growing faster than they normally do. And so when I was checking my structures, I'm going to substitute and move them around a lot, but I do have quite a few to build. But I'll show you. One of my friends decided to take all the structures and put them in a nice card catalog way of looking at them, as you will see, and we moved them all on. I've still got pomegranates on the tree here, as you will see. But under my deck, my card catalog system, thanks to one of my friends, Brendan, he's got everything labeled, ready to go. You can see Philifera, and all of these are Hilwashi. So every palm has a name and a corresponding group of foam insulation boards. And I will talk more about those in part 2 when I start messing with the structures and show you what I'm building. And here's some of the wood structures out here. That's one standing up. So anyway, I'm hoping this shows you how crazy I am, but if you've looked at my other videos, you've seen how beautiful it is. So in the spring, I love it. So please like and subscribe. And if you have questions, I love talking and answering with everybody about how to have tropicals in a cold climate like New York. So thank you so much for watching.